Outstanding. We are live. Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
hello.
Oh my goodness.
It's
What
been
a
kind of a
fun
wild
chat.
day, yes, but we are on. We're live. Happy to be here. You just gotta love technical difficulty, you know. You just gotta learn to go with it because it seems like it's always gonna happen.
Most definitely.
Yeah,
So, hello, everyone. I'm Sarita,
I'm Kim.
and we are very happy to have you here with us tonight. Um,
Yeah.
we are going to be talking about lead magnets tonight, continuing kind of our discussion on building your list. Um, And before we jump in, I guess I should say, Kim, anything that you want to say before I dive into pulling this up on the screen?
No, I think we're ready. It's all about building a list, building a relationship, and we're like we can go ahead and get right into it. We're glad you're here.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Excuse me. Righty. So, creating high converting lead magnets fast. And to me, it's fast. You guys might feel a little bit differently, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
All right. So, first, it's kind of this is really up based on test results. So you guys want to test and see how things work as you're building your list. But one of the best ways to get a lot of people who are responsive on your list is to give away something that really helps them that they can't get anywhere else. And really, there are two ways that you can do that. You can give away something that's already in your current product line, or you can give away something that you create specifically for whatever you're offering at that given time. So if you already have a line of products, you're good to go and you want to give them away, that's perfectly fine. Um, you can give away something, you might have giveaway rights to something or private label rights to something. You can do that as well, but that does not really give your prospects a true picture of who you are. If you create something specifically to give away, then that lets you stand out from the crowd and lets you say, and let you speak to them in your own voice. Um, excuse me.
And just to be really clear, what we're talking about a giveaway, if you're in a network marketing company or something, we're not talking about giving away your physical products. We're talking about something digital that people are going to be filling in their name and email for, and then you're going to deliver this, whatever it is, digitally. So it might be a checklist or an ebook or a PDF or any of those kinds of things, just to remind everybody kind of what your lead magnet is.
Definitely. And it doesn't have to be something that's difficult or time consuming. You want something you can create fast. And you can do that in just a couple of hours, really. And here are three quick ways that you can do it.
Yeah, you can interview somebody, which is people love to hear interviews. So you can actually just call someone, ask if you could interview them, ask them a few questions, and then if you do it as a video or whatever, or a podcast, you can just give away that interview, which is really a nice, good. It's good value. People love those kinds of things. Or you can do a short report, some type of a checklist. I know a lot of people who give away checklists on things, which is an easy thing to put together, or explaining how to do something. People love those. The demo video is also a great giveaway, and people are really hungry for that type of information. So they're good things to give away because they really do help people.
Most definitely. So we'll talk a little bit about each of these three just to give you an idea of how you can quickly put something valuable together to help people once they get on your list. So first, let's talk about interviewing an expert. To do that, first you need to find your expert, and there are a lot of different ways that you can do that. It's very easy. I shouldn't say very easy. It's easier if you um, look at a product or a service that's currently available that you want to that you're a fan of, that you really like, something that someone is promoting that will help the people you're specifically talking to. And if it's a product you love, you can always contact the product owner and say, hey, can I interview you for my people? Because I think they'd really get value hearing from you. There's also a website called ClickBank. It's an online marketplace that allows people to sell their digital products and also allows people to promote other people's digital products as an affiliate. One of the things that ClickBank allows you to do is look at the marketplace. And when you go in and look at the marketplace, the default sort order shows you the most successful products at the top. So if you log into ClickBank and you don't even have to log in. If you go to ClickBank and go to their marketplace, and you click on your category that you're interested in talking about, then you can see who the ClickBank stars are right at the top, whose products are the most successful in that category. And generally speaking, you're going to be able to find their contact information right on their sales pages or in their affiliate information. And you can contact them and say, hey, I'd love to interview you. The third is one of my favorites, and it's called the Radio TV Interview Report. What this is, it's RTIR is a trade publication, and it allows authors and business owners and product owners, people who are looking for publicity, to publish their quote unquote ad in the publication. And it's published a couple times a month, and they have 100, 150 or something like that guests each month. But on their website, you're allowed to search for people who've appeared in recent issues, and you can search. Everything's organized into categories, so you can just browse through it and look for things that are related to your market, things that are interesting to the people who you want to talk to. And the power is amazing here. The people who are on this site are people who are looking to be interviewed. This is where media experts go to find people who, when they're looking to interview someone on a specific topic. So you can look through the categories and find people. Their contact information is right there on the website to find those experts to interview. So go through, find, like make your list of top 10 or something, people who are experts in your niche, or people who are interesting to people in your market, and think about who you want to interview and start contacting them and go through them one at a time. And as soon as you have someone who's committed and they say, yes, I'd love to go be interviewed by you for your group, then stop. You don't have to go down the list any farther right now, at least not immediately. You might want to in the future, but you've got your person, and it's time to move on to the next step. Excuse me. Oops. And that is preparing for your interview. So you want to set up your conferencing software, and you can do teleseminar or webinar. You could even just, if you have the technology, you could interview them over the phone and record it. But it's better if you can do it live um, and get the recording over the web. It usually works out better. So you need to get that set up. You'll want to, if if they have a product that they're promoting, you'll want to review that product because you don't want to have someone come on and you're recommending something that you're not familiar with or you're not willing to put your name behind. That would be bad. On this same or by the same token, you want to set up tracking links. So if you want to use a service like Bitly, you can use that. If you use WordPress, you can use Pretty Links. But you want to have a nice, clean link to give to people when you're interviewing your expert. I'm sure you've heard, interviews on the radio or on television in the past where the interviewer will say, "Well, thanks for your time. And if you guys want more information, go check out his new book at mygreatbook.com," or something like that. You want to have a nice, pretty, clean link. And if possible, it should be an affiliate link. You should be an affiliate for their product. So use a tracking link so you can put your affiliate link in there. And if you need help with that, pop into our Facebook group. We'll give you the URL at the end of today's class. But pop in there and say, "Hey, you said something about the tracking link. Tell us how to do that." And we'll put together a video or something to show you how to do that. Okay. And then you want to plan the content of the interview. A lot of times, especially if you're working with professionals who are used to being interviewed, a lot of times they'll have their interview questions already. So you don't have to come up with any. Sometimes you could also survey your list if you've already started a list, or talk to people in groups you're part of or in forums you're a member of and find out the kind of things they would want to know and just start putting down questions. And then confirm everything with your expert. And that means make sure you're on the same date and time in their time zone. Make sure you're on the same page there. If they didn't provide you with questions, send them the list of questions ahead of time so that they know what you're going to ask them and you're not going to catch them off guard. The only time you want to catch someone off guard in an interview is if you're in the news business. But if you're building your business and you're helping them build their business too, you want to be working together. Also give them detailed instructions for how to log into the conference room. If you're comfortable doing a video, do that. Whatever you need to do to make it super duper simple for your person to get into the conference. Also send them the link that you created when you set up your links so that if they mention their website or they mention their product, they can use that link and you get your credit for any affiliate commission. And always, always, always give them a great big thank you to let them know you really appreciate them giving you the time. Okay. So you are now prepared and it's time to do the interview. Excuse me.
So yeah, you actually want to go ahead and start your recording before you start your video. So, well, Sarita and I actually have good experience with this. You kind of want to be up and running and ready to go. Otherwise, it seems like if you try to jump on and start everything, something's going to come up. Something's going to be a little askew. So you just want to be ready to go. And then you don't have to do as much editing afterwards to cut out some of that beginning stuff. Your audience isn't confused. And it's just a much smoother start.
Oops. And then these are the 5 B's. I call them the 5 B's. Kim probably doesn't, but that's what I call them. And these are rules, and you must follow them, or else. Be on time. Do not give them a bad impression of you. They are going out of their way to help you, and you're going out of your way to help them. So be on time. Be respectful. Be observant, meaning pay attention to the person's inflections and their word choices. sometimes you'll be able to hear when they feel uncomfortable talking about something, or they'll give you something in their voice will tell you they're really excited about something, and you can highlight that. So you're having a conversation in an interview. So just pay attention to them. Be polite, of course. Don't rush them. Establish rapport and give them time to feel comfortable. Then be attentive. I mean, you're listening, but don't be afraid to interrupt them when you don't understand something. Because remember, you are representing your audience. So, and the reason that one of the reasons that you're doing this interview is to explain it to your audience. So, if they're using technical jargon or explaining things that, you got to be a rocket science to understand, then just politely interrupt and ask them to explain it more. There's nothing wrong with not knowing something. And if you don't understand it, think about your audience. Are they going to understand it? And then finally, and I've said this earlier, but I'm going to say it again, be thankful. Thank your guests for spending the time with you. Emphasize to the audience why they should be amazed that this particular expert was willing to come and share their knowledge. Really be appreciative. Excuse me. And then give a very clear call to action. Very clear. Even if your expert or the person you're interviewing shared the link a couple times in the call or whatever, it's important to repeat it at the end, because that's going to be the last thing that your viewer or your listener is going to hear. So make sure you say it at the end. And then finally, make sure if you're not using something that automatically records, make sure you save your recording when you finish.
Yeah.
And save it in a place where you can easily find it.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, goodness.
We've done that a time or two, huh? Where it's like, oh, we forgot to save it, or where did we put that?
All right.
Goodness.
Oh, I talked a lot. Special reports. There are so many different kinds of reports.
Tons and tons and tons. Truly, you can do anything here.
Yep. We just put a couple on this slide, but like Kim said earlier, you can do checklists, you can do cheat sheets. What's written on here are things that are like what you would think of as a traditional kind of report, but you can really, anything that you're providing helpful information to people that you put in a document format, that's a report, and that's a good thing as long as you're providing value. So let's drop down here. Excuse me. Once you've decided on what kind of report you like, putting it together, a lot of people say, I'm not a writer. I don't like to write. I hate writing. Writing's terrible. But the kind of reports that we're talking about, here, let me go back for a second. Okay, a tips, or this is like 7 ways to generate more website traffic, or 3 tips to getting people to listen to your business presentation, or whatever. These are, you need like 3 to 5, maybe 7 sentences for each tip, and you're done. A tutorial is, you would go through the steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the 5 steps you need to complete this task. And then each of those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, you would need a few sentences to explain how to do that step. And we're not talking in depth. We're not talking writing a book. We're talking about very simple, straightforward, this is what to do. You don't have to delve into the details on how to do every little aspect. Hopefully that's clear.
Yeah.
And then resources, to me, this is the easiest one to do. If you know the resources, sometimes you might need to do a little bit of research or something like that. You might need to go and and get like find graphics to put in and find specific links and things like that. But this is like a list of links on steroids. So like I'm going to share 7 places to um, 7 tools every marketer should have, or something like that. So you have your 7 tools and you have your 7 links, and then just write a real brief description of each link, and you're done. Super, super simple. To me, it's the easiest.
Yeah.
Well, one of the easiest anyway. Maybe not the easiest. Okay. Now that I ran my mouth, sorry. Just rambling on. Okay. Do you want me to hit this one?
Sure.
Okay. To create a report, if you do the first part, the rest of it kind of falls in place. Developing an outline kind of makes you think about going back to middle school or maybe high school, gotta write an outline. But no, we just talked about that on the last slide. You write down those 8 tips, you write down those 10 links, you write down those 5 steps. That's your outline. You look at those steps and you say, if someone follows all of these steps, what amazing result are they going to get? That amazing result should be your title, or it should be a big part of your title. So your title is, it's going to be something compelling. It's going to be something that makes them really want that report, because they're going to get that result. Okay. And then you will need to write an opening into your report if you're doing a traditional kind of report and not like a checklist or a cheat sheet. But your opening is really just to let them know, yes, you made a good decision signing up to get this report. So tell them the big benefit they're going to get, and then introduce the problem and fill in the blanks. And then, excuse me, then your report is basically done. One thing that I like to do with my openings is ask a question, because it makes people think, um, hmm, I have that same question. Let me go read through these steps. So you read, or you, after you finished filling in your blanks, then you write a lingering close. And what that means is you're writing a close that makes them want more. It makes them, what is the word I'm looking for? Um, it makes them want more of you.
Yeah, they want more. So you're leaving them wanting more of your information and more of how you can help them.
Right. Thank you, Kim. Oh, but you want them to be thinking about it all day long. Just that they've got, you when they finish that report, you have shown them exactly what they need to do to complete task A. And they're like chomping at the bit. They go for it. They do task A and they go, what is next? And they're waiting for that email from you that's telling them what is next. That's what a lingering close will do if it's done correctly. And really, to do it correctly takes practice. So you write, and when you discover your next several emails are getting opened and people are interested and engaged with you, then you'll start seeing, okay, these words work for me. I better save these off to my good file. So over time, you'll just get better and better. It just takes practice doing it over and over again. All right. And then finalizing the report. Again, you want to have your tracking links throughout your report. So anywhere you have a link, use a tracking link so you know what people are clicking on inside your report. And again, if you need help with that, let us know in the Facebook group. You can also put ads in your report, and these would be usually you want to see it like right at the end of the report or something on a page by itself. But you can also do what are called soft sell ads throughout your report. Um, and those would be like if you're doing a resources report, you can include affiliate links in your list of resources. Just make sure you're disclosing that it's an affiliate link. Uh, um, and then give your report to someone else to read, because when you read it, and I mean to proofread, when you read it, it's going to say what you expect it to say because you wrote it. So other eyeballs will catch errors that you don't see. And then you just correct your errors and publish that puppy, and you're good to go. And we've made it to the last one, and we're down to, we only have 4 minutes left, so
Oh boy,
don't let me ramble.
We'll go quick.
Okay.
This one is probably one of my favorites, is the video demonstration, and many different ways you can do that, but slideshow presentation, which means you're going to need like something like a PowerPoint or what's the Mac equivalent to PowerPoint? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have Macs, so whatever. a PowerPoint kind of presentation where you're just, well, it's basically what we're doing right here. We're going through different slides. And then you can do your screen, an on-screen presentation where you're actually sharing your desktop or your screen, and people can watch you do things kind of live. Or you can do an on-camera presentation where people are looking at you, but you may also be demonstrating something. And those are great for like hands-on, like if you're showing a craft or how you do something, you're going to actually be on camera doing that type of a presentation. Do you have anything to add to that?
Nope, you covered it.
Okay.
And then remember those steps we talked about for writing a report? You'll follow the exact same steps to do your video script. Really, really simple. The only difference is when you fill in the blanks, pay really close attention to how the words sound, because the way you write things for someone to read oftentimes are different than how they sound when they're spoken. So pay attention to how things sound when you're preparing your script. You might need to be reading out loud, and that's perfectly fine. Just tell your family, no, I'm not crazy. I'm just checking my script. And then
again, yeah, you're going to record your video. So get all of your tools ready before you start. The cool thing, if you are recording it, is you have a little bit more flexibility in that you can go back and edit. But I like to do it so I don't have to do much editing. So get everything ready before you start. You're basically, you're setting up for a show. So just have everything that you're going to need, whatever it is, have it there ready to go. You can have your tabs open if you're doing a screen share. So you don't have to open, go in and log in. You can have it all ready to go just at the top of your screen. So you click over to your other tabs really quickly. You might want to do a walkthrough of your demonstration before you actually record it. Again, you're going to record, and then if you need to, you're going to edit. I try to do it where I only have to cut the front and the back, and it saves you a ton of time. Some people are really picky about all of their editing that they do, and they spend a lot of time doing that, which is great. It's a very professional way to do that, and definitely an option for you.
But if you're smart, you'll be like Kim and try not to have to edit. Seriously.
Well, it's only because I hate editing.
Well, but it's also, I shouldn't say it this way. I hope I don't offend anyone. For what we do as business owners and marketers, unless your business is video editing, then editing videos is a waste of your time.
Mm,
It's not, you're not doing something that's earning you income. So it's a good, you need to do it so that you can get your videos out. But the least amount of time you can spend on that, the better.
yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't stumble too much when I said
Nope,
that.
that was good. That was good.
Okay. And that, we did it.
Yay. Woo, look at that. Right at the 30-minute mark.
Oh my goodness.
Awesome. That's perfect.
Oh, all right. So I'm going to pop over to YouTube and see if there are any questions. Oops. Oops. I don't want to hear myself in my ear.
Ah,
Okay. I see no questions. So, oops. I'm in the wrong window. There we go. So I'm going to ask you to do this slide, Kim.
sure, sure. Yes, we would love for you to connect with us. You can find our Facebook group. We are at marketingwithfriends.com/community. And that is a private group that we've put together so that you can come in, ask us questions, and we can help you along on your business. And we also have a training webinar that happens after this one, and you can find that on our page. Is marketingwithfriends.com weekly webinar. And let's
That's
see,
I
which one?
changed the slide. I
You
didn't tell
did.
you. I'm sorry.
Oh, well, that.
That that link to weekly webinar is actually the sign up page for that webinar.
Okay.
I didn't put our page link on here for some reason. I must have deleted that line when I pasted in that one.
Okay. So that
Um,
that takes you if you want to go to another training, right?
yes, that
Yeah.
goes straight there.
Oh, okay. Perfect.
Yep.
All righty.
So I guess we did it.
I guess we did it. Thank you so much
Woohoo!
for joining us. And we look forward to seeing you out and about. Again, if you have any questions, pop on over to our Facebook page, which is, just
It's
facebook.com. Do we have
yep.
which one?
We I can talk. It's facebook.com/marketing with friends.
Yep. Yep, perfect. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. We look forward to seeing you around, out and about in the social world.
Bye, everybody.
Bye bye.